some days I just literally just sit here and debate if I'm even go live with y'all or not. I've been literally sitting here, because some days I be like, what's the point? Like, y'all don't even subscribe to the channel. Y'all don't share the videos. Y'all do not. It's almost 2 years now, and I'm just, so it'd be like, why? And then I think about the 5 people that tune in faithfully every day. And I said, you know what? I cannot let them down, because if they tune in faithfully every day and they have shared some of my videos and they have subscribed to the channel, I can't let them down, because obviously they come here every morning for a reason. So with that being said, good morning, precious. How you doing, baby? Happy Thursday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya. When you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe. Look at some of the videos. Good morning, Portia. If you see something you like, share them. So y'all, today, yes ma'am, I'm on right now. Portia working hard as usual, guys. Last night I went to go support one of my sisters. Goddess Tara, guys. She's into spoken word. She's been on my show a couple times. You know, I like to support everybody to the fullest. So if they invite me somewhere, they've been on my show, or just if I just see you doing something on Facebook, just because you look like me, I'm gonna support you however way I can. So she had an event last night. She got a couple singles out, I believe, and last night she performed to make Club Blue. Good morning, Rondell. How you doing, King? Yes, and it was wonderful. It was so wonderful. Her daughters were there to support her. She had 3 beautiful daughters, and they were there screaming, "Mom, Mom," rooting her on. It was just a beautiful, beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Just that moment with her children, being there to support her in the way that they were. You know, by me going through what I'm going through right now, it's a struggle for me, you know, because that right there, for most, Happy New Year to you, my fashionista. I'm loving the hair. I'm loving it. Yes. I am well, sweetie. Yeah, that's enough to, you know, bring up emotions in you that you probably didn't think you had, like anger and jealousy and envy and hurt, because you were experiencing what you were experiencing with your child, you know. So y'all know I'm the queen of flipping the negative to a positive. So in an instance like that, you gotta get over here, baby.
Sorry about that.
You good. You know, so it stirs up emotions that you probably typically don't have when you're going through a situation where a relationship is discouraged between you and your baby. That's a lot to deal with. You know, I even suggested that some of you guys go get counseling if you didn't have anybody to talk to, or no ways or no outlets. Hey, Ricardo, good morning, King. So with that being said, guys, it was a beautiful night. And I know it was a couple things that we was going to talk about, guys. But to change your mind frame, I know what that feels like. Because I've had situations, remember I told you I had my children working with me all the time? So the daughters, when they were a part of the youth program, you know, the kids when they were cleaning the buildings with me, like my son and my other daughter when they be painting the buildings with me. Hey, Lee, good morning, King. You know, that it's a beautiful feeling. So for me not to feel those angry and those frustration moments and those the energy that I didn't want to have, I put myself in her shoes on how I know she probably felt. And because I've had that, it was easy for me to be happy for her in her moment. So it was a beautiful night. It was beautiful to see. It was beautiful to be a part of it. Like, I love her so much. She's a sister that's out here doing what she loves. She's living her dream, and I support anybody that's doing that. Anybody. So guys, today I told y'all we was gonna need to talk about time management, or we was gonna talk about how to build the confidence up in your daughters. I'm gonna go with time management because y'all, this sparked something with me, because I actually got into it with one of my parents. I got into it with a dad. I hate getting into it with my parents at the family meeting. I hate it. I even try to do a disclaimer before we even start, because us being the adults, I'm a part of y'all relationship when y'all enter into the program. And it's important for you to have a united front in front of the children. So we shouldn't argue in front of the children. But I've had parents that be so upset with me that they want to go back and forth with me in the meeting. And that's something that I don't tolerate. So I have to shut you down respectfully and establish boundaries at the same time and get control of the meeting. But that's what you pay me for. So we got into it because I don't believe in excuses, people. So when you come to the meeting, we have these discussions, you know, excuses for why this and that. And it's only because, and I only take it to the level of what I have done as a parent. I might be biased, I don't know. I don't know how to gauge it. All I'm saying is the things that I know I would do for my children when I'm in the meetings, I try to influence, or I try to stay within that realm. So when I'm talking to the parents, and if they're not doing up to par, or doing what I have done, or then, so yeah, I got something to say. Anything is excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. So we got into it because we were trying to figure out why the child was acting out. And we came up with a couple reasons. The mother was being messy and was using the baby against the dad. Is what came out. Let me tell you what she was doing. And please don't use these techniques. Please don't. Me sharing them with you is because I'm entrusting that by me sharing them, you will know what not to do as you raise your children. If you're in a situation where you're co-parenting with someone that you're no longer not only with, but don't even like. I said that, yeah, because that's how it be. That's why everybody be in my office, because of this right here. With that being said, the mother will put a lot of emphasis on the things that the dad didn't do versus what the dad did do. Hey, Horton, good morning, King. Yeah, did you get that? Did you get that one? She put more emphasis on the things that he did not do versus the things that he did do. You a dad or mom doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah, don't expect nobody to pat you on the back all the time, and you know, you're doing what you're supposed to do. But every now and then, it's okay to give credit and give props to that other parent in the presence of the child. And actually, I encourage that versus you putting emphasis on things that dad didn't do. Example, dad don't, let me see, what did he do? He was supposed to pick the baby up one Friday or something like that. Something came up, he wasn't able to do so. The mama went on about that all the way up until the next week for him to do his visitation again with the baby, meaning that every day she had something to say about why he didn't come. Anytime something came up, it was referenced. Now, this is the children's words. Like, they can be talking about one thing, and then all of a sudden it'll come out, and your daddy didn't even come and get you. Like, they ain't even got nothing to do with nothing. Hey, Miss Vicky. Hey, girl, what's going on? Not much. Am I at the right register? So that went on for like, and that's what she would do. Thank you, baby. Have a good day. And that's something that she would do all the time. So, huh? much? Gave you too much? Okay. 105. I thought it was 126. Somebody been getting over on me. Hey, Tess. Yeah, so, but it's so much other stuff that the dad was doing. You know what I'm saying? He barely missed meetings. He tried to, do what he can financially. Like, he did what he could, called the baby on a regular basis. Like, he was doing dad stuff. I don't know what else you guys do. I'm not a dad, but he was doing dad stuff. So, but she would put a lot of emphasis on the times when he couldn't do something. Okay? And it was another thing that she would do. She would always reference the bad things that happened in their relationship in front of the baby. Like, through conversation, through every chance she got, she would bring up him cheating and doing what he did that broke the relationship. Yeah, first of all, the baby shouldn't even know all that. That has nothing to do with parenting. Now, if he got all these women over the house and bringing them all around the kids, then yeah, that's a conversation that you need to have, because that's not something that you want around your babies. Unless he's in a relationship with somebody, a steady partner, yeah, that's a conversation as a mom that you should want to have with dad. But if he cheated on you, like, that's personal. That's something between you and him. That ain't a conversation you should be having with the baby. That's an inappropriate conversation to be having. And she's doing it in a manner of planting seeds and poisoning that baby. So, with that being said, mom did those two things. But when we got to the end of the meeting, come to find out, those two things aren't the reasons why the baby was acting out. The baby was acting out because dad don't come to none of his sporting events. So now that forces me to ask dad questions for the reason why he don't attend none of the meetings. So it came out that he works, and the type of job he works is this, that, and the third. But when I brought it out, as far as him working the job that he's working, you couldn't take time off for, if the baby got 15 sporting events going on, you can't attend 5. Like, and he felt like I was badgering him as a result of asking him those questions. So we kind of went back and forth. He felt like I was making him look bad in front of the baby, and I had to go into this whole ritual. That's not what I'm here for, and that's not what this program is here for. Yes, I'm going to point out the obvious. I'm going to do that. That's my job. But it's not to make you feel bad. It's to make you realize your wrongs, and to make you realize some of the things that you might have to tighten up on, and make you realize nobody got time for no excuses when it comes to raising children. So therefore, as a result of you not coming to his events, this is why he acting all willy-nilly at school. This is why he cussing out the teacher. This is why he throwing stuff. This is why he's punching holes in the wall. This is why he's doing this. It is so important for you to support your children. If they're in something, it's important that you encourage what they're doing, encourage what they love, find out what they love. Don't just assume. Had a conversation with a little boy that's off task the other day, a friend of mine's son's friend. Tall, perfect stature for basketball, okay? I was wrong because I'm not on duty all the time. I'm just a lady, and I came right out at him talking basketball talking, and then within a couple seconds into the conversation, I had to catch myself like, ooh, fix it, Jesus. That might not even be what he into. I can't just assume just because his height and his build, and he looked like he got quick hands, that he played basketball. And so I asked him, I said, bro, do you play? He's like, yeah. I said, do you like it? He was like, no. I said, what you like to do? He said, I like to draw anime. I'm like, oh, that's what's up, man. I would love to see your drawings, blah, blah, blah. But you just can't assume. So find out what your kids like. Find out what they into. Encourage that. And go to support them. Go as often as you can. I made sure I wouldn't even take a job if it was going to interfere with the times that I take my kids to school, pick my kids up, and don't have the flexibility in the evening to be able to attend their events. Both my daughters played basketball, volleyball. The other one of them was in cheer and played golf. So I had to be flexible to be able to take them to their practices and pick them up, because I don't like kids catching buses, especially little girls. I don't know. I don't like them walking to school. I don't like catching. When my car was down, I got up and walked them to school every day and walked and picked them up. It's just something about seeing little kids out by themselves walking around in the wee hours of the morning when it's dark. It just don't sit right with me. Oh, my heart hurts. I allowed the boys to do it, but it was 3 of them. Somebody would have been able to get away and go get help. So all I'm saying is, he had all these excuses. Work was mainly the one for why he couldn't attend the child's game. He made me feel some kind of way because I brought it out that some of them was excuses. He could have attended 5, period. After I weighed out everything he said and weighed up, He could at least attended 5 out of like 15. So, that being said, I hate getting into it with my parents. We came up with an understanding. He's going to look in his schedule and try to take that time off on those days. A couple of times, the mama didn't even tell him. We're gonna throw that in the mix too. The 2 things that was another thing. She threw that in there. Wouldn't tell him about certain events. That's foul as hell. Let me let you know something now. You have to share that baby. If you didn't go to the bank and fill out a contract to where you getting this with specimen that you getting and you ain't got to talk to nobody and deal with nobody, that's one thing. But if you laid down with somebody and you was in a relationship with them, now y'all no longer together, you have to share that baby. Anything outside of that is selfish as hell. If you going to PTA meetings and you're not coming back and relaying the message, you wrong as hell. If you going to events and stuff and they can't attend and you not videotaping and sending them back so they can share within that moment, you wrong as hell. If you not allowing that other parent to be a parent, you wrong as hell. So her not telling him about sporting events and making he got to go find out for himself and you already know, that's wrong as hell. So with that being said, y'all juniors, I can hit y'all from several different angles because y'all all right. Y'all juniors now in this parenting thing. And we're going to get back to the wall. I know y'all trying to get y'all evidence together so y'all can link it with the people that's on the list so you can decide when you're going to approach them. And I know we're going to get back to it, guys. But I just felt like this was more important because I just had this meeting with the family and it tore that kid apart that his dad never attended any of the events. So work on time management, people. If you have a job that permits you from going to your baby's events, try to figure out if you can take time out or find another job. I'm out with y'all. That's it. That's it. Coffee and Conversation, your girl Shakenya.